This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. It's so great to have you joining me here in these online lessons. It's a Technique Tuesday, so this is a Technique Tidbit lesson. And in this Technique Tidbit lesson, we're going to be working with a scale pattern to help develop dexterity and control in that left hand, and even control between the right and left hand, or coordination between that right and left hand. So just go ahead and do it. Now you can do this scale pattern through any mode, any scale form, any scale type. It really doesn't matter, but I'm going to demonstrate it here with just a classic 2-octave major scale that has the 7th below and the 2nd above. So if you're not familiar with the major scale or the different scale forms, you may want to check out those Theory Thursday lessons. There's several back-to-back that help you unlock the fretboard through the major scale and get you going on the different forms there are to understanding the fretboard. I'm going to use this one right here though as our example. So got it there on the board if you need it. Now what we're going to be doing with this scale, and what you would do with any scale that you want to work on this with, is we're going to go through the scale in groups of 5. This is similar to what we did a couple weeks ago with the Technique Tidbit lesson, where we went through the scale in groups of 4, and earlier previously on the channel we've done groups of 3. So if I start on that root, which I've got at that 6th fret on that low 6th string, so I'm just going to stick right here in the middle of the neck. It's great to practice these down low and up high, because we have to finger things tighter up high and spread our hands out down low. We'll go right here in the middle of the fretboard, and I'm going to start on that root, and I'm going to just do 5 steps of the scale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm going to go down to step 2 and do 5 steps of the scale. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then from step 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then from step 4. And then from step 5. And then from step 6. From step 7. From step 2. From step 3. From step 4. And from step 5. And now that I've reached the highest note in the form that I can go up to, I'm going to descend with where I'm starting. So I'm going to go back to step 4 and do it from there, and then from step 3, and then from step 2, then from step 1, from step 7, 6, from step 5, from step 4, from step 3, from step 2, from step 1, and then the 7th, and then I can stop there on the root, or I can play one more off that root and come back down. So there we are. That's how it goes. Now, a couple tricks. One is, if you can keep track of the starting spot, 2, 3, either by number or visually, however that works for you, that really helps. Another thing is, when we skip from where we've left off to where we're going next, sometimes we have things that are happening in the same fret. So when that happens, like when I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now I got to come down to step 2, I'm going to do a finger roll, and I've explained this in previous lessons as well, but I'm going to start my finger out flat, ready to play both of those, and this really works the pinky. Really works the pinky. I know a lot of us will avoid the pinky, but there are times when we're playing guitar where using the pinky is really valuable. So this works the pinky well, but I'm just going to roll from one to the next when I'm going from string to string within the same fret. So I got to use that same finger again. I'm just going to roll it just like that. And there's times where I'm rolling the other way, where I'd be rolling higher. So I'm going to play through this now without talking, just at a nice steady tempo. So go ready and... just like that. Now, as you're doing this, you'll notice there's places where the finger roll even has to happen sometimes over more than one string. So you really get used to barring a little bit further than that, which is really great for our hands because we end up doing that sometimes in the music that we're playing. Now, I'm going to play this one a little faster. Again, the greatest trick is just keeping track of where you are on the starting point and then letting your hands go. This really gets us inside of these scale forms as well because it makes it so we really kind of have to know it really well. So I'm going to play it just a little bit faster here. So you go ready and... like that. Now, once you get the ascending ones down, you want to flip it around and do descending as well. So in this case, if I was starting with that root, I'm going to start up on the 5th and come down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I'm going to start on step 6 and come down to step 2. Then step 7. Then I'm going to start on that higher root. Then up on step 2, then step 3, and step 4, and step 5, and step 6, and step 7, and that high root, and that high 2. And then as we come back down, because we've reached the highest note we can start on in that form, we do the root again, and then the 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and since we ended there, we can go back up to 5, brings us down to that root. So just like that. Now I'll play through that without talking, so you go ready and... These, you really got to watch those finger rolls as well. I'll play it just a little bit faster. So you go ready and... helps, of course, you want to work them as slow as you need to get it accurately, and then slowly increase the tempo. But really great thing to do for our hands through various scale modes that we need to get down better. Just get those hands working lots of great things. So hope you're having fun with this. Of course, we'll have another Technique Tuesday lesson next week, and there are lessons coming out nearly every day of the week with jazz, theory on Thursdays, just strumming chords and so on. So have fun, keep at it, take care, and we'll see you again. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For more in-depth lessons and to progress through a free guitar course, check out my Guitar 101 series on YouTube and my guitar method books, which all come with access to hours of in-depth video lessons. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.